I don't want to see Orange Cassidy or the Best Friends or Danhausen leave. Now, they would do much better under Triple H, absolutely. But, oh, it would. I don't know. I hope Tony Khan realizes how much that would like gut his program. Like, whatever those guys want, give it to them. Same thing with Chris Statlander. Although, honestly, Chris Statlander would do fine in WWE. Like,
women's champ.
yeah, honestly, she would probably do better in WWE. Yeah, she would be women's champ. She would just, can you imagine her and Rhea Ripley? Like that match?
Or her and Charlotte. Like
Yeah.
that would be great. Oh my God, her and Asuka.
Can you imagine her booping Charlotte's nose?
Oh my God. That
I'm Triple H. Please make my new
no,
dream come true.
no, I don't want Statlander to
Cross
leave.
promotion.
That's fine. I don't want to take all the good women away from AEW because I mean they're already struggling in the women's division as it is. We need more to go over to get a healthier. I mean, if we can trade away some of the men that we don't need to bring in more women to stack up that roster, that would
Well,
be good.
if you look at AEW's women's it's not a tiny roster. They have the women. They're not doing shit with them on TV. Like, yeah, my understanding from looking at like who they put on Dark and Dark Elevation, they're there, but there are women who Dark and Dark Elevation should be used for like, bumping people up, getting their talent to where it needs to be. There are women that do not need to be there.
No.
And I'm not saying that like, certainly going to the YouTube shows and having someone like Ruby Soho work with these women, there's nothing wrong with that. But she's also then not being utilized on regular TV. And I'm going to keep complaining about this until Tony Khan's ears bleed and he does something about it. Same thing, like what are they doing with Jamie Hayter? Like, we're seeing her, but she needs more of a push. She's somebody that I want to see more.
Yeah, I mean, most that we're seeing of Ruby is like backstage segments and backstage little promos, and I just think of the pop she got when she debuted, and
Mm-hmm.
think, oh my God, she can be a massive star for this company. And it's still every time that she comes out, she's greeted with a huge pop. Like people want to see her. The women need to have more than just one little block. Like you can always tell when it's the women's time because they'll do a backstage thing with like Britt and her little crew, and then it'll be the women's match of whoever's like fighting that night. And the match is never long. And a lot of the times it's not, I'm trying to say this as nicely as I can, it's not the talent that should be featured on TV.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times it's people that maybe should still be on Dark and Dark Elevation for now. And it should be more like the Rubies and Athena and like even like Penelope and the Bunny and
Jade and
I and Jade, Anna, like not the Anna that we're seeing now though, that needs to be tweaked. And like it should be a lot of the bigger women stars of the company, and it's not. Like it's always like one bigger star and either like a local enhancement talent or like some like
mm-hmm.
have so many women that are on your roster. You don't need to keep picking like local enhancement against a star for a 4 minute match
Yeah.
and then that's it. Like they have the potential to be on par with Ooh, bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
They have the potential to be on par with WWE when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to their women's division. They really do. They have the talent. They're just not giving them the storylines or the time. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt for a while because they were a new company, but we're going into year 3 now. Like there's no more excuses. You just don't know how to handle your women's division.
No. And I honestly feel it's gotten worse since Brandy left.
Yeah.
Like there's been a marked shift. I mean, they still weren't getting a ton of time, but yeah, I it's just very disappointing. Very
Yeah.
disappointing.
I'm I'm kind of hopeful now that Kenny's back because he had said in an after match, like after the thing went off the
Yeah.
air promo, and he did mention the women's division, and I know that he was more involved with the women's
Hmm.
division than like the Bucks or any of them were. So I'm gonna give it a little bit to like cross my fingers and hope that he does help to push that division
He's not the
where
booker though, is the problem.
no, but I'm sure he has influence and input. He's one of the EVPs of the company. I mean, and one of his areas of that company was the women's division. So
Yeah, he's consistently been a big proponent of women's wrestling.